Hi everyone, we're here at a beautiful property, 12769. I'm not going to tell you the street, but it's a house in Maple Grove, and I have a good friend, Jason Kramer. Jason, how are you?
Hey, good to see you.
And today we're going to do something really fun. How many experience do you have in real estate?
How many houses?
Years.
23 years, roughly.
23 years versus 20 years. How many houses you've done?
Well, fewer than you have, but 800, so.
800 versus 3,000, but I'm not approving the deals.
Versus 3,000.
I'm not approving the deals. And we have different people, different opinions, and will be fun to see. We need to, number one, decide on the scope of work, on budget, and I'll tell you what, everyone will have for sure different opinion. So let's start. So the story of this house, we purchased this house and we didn't do much. We had too many homes and we wanted to sell pretty much as is. And of course, we passed the season and now the house sits on the market and it needs to be, we need to pull it back and do our normal rehab and make sure that we have a good product. When you come to the house, what do you pay attention? What's your first step?
No, first thing you're gonna have is curb appeal. So you're gonna have people looking at the bushes, the trees, siding, and of course this apron for the garage. The first thing before they even walk into the house are already, my opinion is gonna be they're gonna have their, they're gonna have their radar on because they're gonna be seeing things before they even walk in through the front door.
Yeah. We had a very, very limited budget and the market was really hot, so we didn't do much.
Yeah.
But now we need to regroup and redo. So what would you do with the driveway?
Well, for starters, you can put a concrete apron in there.
Yeah. I'm going to take
probably for like $1,200 or something like that.
Yeah, that's exactly what we did in our house. Just cut it here.
Yep, cut it there, fill it in, nice concrete apron. You've got that problem solved so that buyer doesn't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be very, very simple.
Yeah, let's see. I'm just wondering, what's that?
I thought it was like for a laundry vent, but
maybe
it's not a laundry vent.
Yeah. Hold on.
You do the honors. Okay.
Oh, mate.
Duct tape.
What was that, Mason? Sorry.
You might be able to patch that. Bird nest. Did you get, was that supposed to be included?
I think we have to get the permission from DNR to remove this. What we're doing right now, we started from outside and you can walk through the house independently and then we're going to compare the numbers.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yep.
All right. What would you do here?
Yeah, I mean, the windows downstairs are even worse than these. So that's the other kicker is if somebody does an inspection contingency and comes in and finds out that these windows are inoperable, it's it gets you on another level budget-wise because they're time consuming and they're expensive. So we'll take a closer peek at that downstairs. The rest of it looks great. Yeah, we had one with wallpaper. We did end up taking the wallpaper off.
Yeah, that will be like expensive, this one.
It does. It does get expensive. What did you think of the bathroom?
The tiles, toilet could have been cleaned better.
The tiles are breaking and not waterproof.
Did you guys have a deep clean done?
No, yes.
I don't know. I'm just asking you because this is just all glue that could have been taken off. These could have been put back on better, just kind of sticking out. The grout could have been taken off and regrouted.
Yeah.
That could have been scrubbed up nicer. I'm looking at it through a woman's eyes.
Yeah.
The toilet,
Yeah, we've done this a few times.
not exactly the I'd want to sit on. So that could be, in that step at the bottom can be chipped away. Literally with a razor blade, I count it myself. Not wearing gloves.
Yeah.
That's how this messy was. Wow.
You know what I like about this house? It has a really solid bones, right?
Yeah, they're built good. You got a drop ceiling there, so you can see. Take a peek at this.
Mm-hmm.
That there is.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the window's operable, but
Yeah.
you might be able to get away with.
And this one was your hole.
Yeah, that one's open to the daylight. You can see through that one. So, not liking the windows for a number of reasons. They're expensive, time consuming. This one doesn't have a.
Yeah, same thing here. Gonna be all cleaned out.
Mm-hmm. Mold in there.
A real simple fix is a new toilet seat.
Yeah. They obviously did the cleaning, but that's not enough. It should have been done much better job. Okay. Same here. Windows. Is this because of condensate?
Yeah.
But the windows is fine. It just,
Some of them are fine. Yep.
I think that's the air conditioning problem or furnace,
Yeah. Yeah.
because it has produce a lot of humidity.
Exactly.
How about they didn't change the filter on time?
Okay. Furnaces looks good. Water here is good. Water softener.
Okay. So major elements,
Mechanical.
everything seems like working fine. This is water softener.
Mm-hmm. Looks good.
Yeah. I probably would put salt if I'm going to sell a house, just to make sure.
Make sure it's operable. Yeah.
Yeah. So the foundation is perfect.
Yeah. No edges there.
There's some palm here, which is nice.
Yeah.
Would you know what this for?
Yeah. Drain tiles. I mean, it looks like it would be drain tiled, and
Why this?
but I mean,
Glass it's here.
oh, I don't think that matters. Probably just keep the smell out of here. I don't think that needs to be in there.
Because I think that's
Stagnant water.
Okay. Yeah, structurally, no issues. No, yeah, that's a very solid house. Let's see the kitchen.
Cabinets look fine. Appliances look fine. The kitchen looks fine.
Yeah, I would leave the kitchen.
I don't think it needs. I mean, at this point, no.
I mean, people can later probably upgrade this functions. And Chantal, we just change the kitchen. You give us feedback from the Luna and I.
If I were to live in here, I'd be ripping the whole thing down.
Yeah, the water spots on the ceiling are not. There was a big water spot around that fixture there.
Is it prior?
If you look at that fixture on the other side of the wall.
Oh, the others.
Yeah, but look at there's a ring around it. It's just.
The entryway.
I mean, that's an easy fix to put some bins primer on there and paint it. So people, what you're trying to do is walk through as a potential buyer and remove.
But is it roof issue or what?
I mean, it could be condensation in there. So where if you've got hot air getting into the attic space and then it'll hit the cold roof in the winter and condensate will come down.
If they don't have any proper insulation, that's the problem.
Possibly, yeah. So you get an insulation guy in there and they'll tell you that's why it's not a roof problem, it's an insulation problem. Yeah.
Okay. Well, so kitchen should stay.
I wouldn't do anything in the kitchen, no. To keep within budget. There's other bigger fish to fry to get the buyer on board. So
all right.
I wouldn't worry about it.
I love this one. This is beautiful.
Got a nice sliding door here. This is one of the highlights of the house here.
Yeah.
Is this nice 3-season porch. Let's see heat in here. Ben's got a lot of electrical.
They spend the money to build it.
Well, look at it. It's got all these electrical outlets in here. You got a nice ceiling fan, the snotty pine in here, nice sliding door. This is a lot of good usable space here.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, I do.
And deck, like look at this deck.
Yeah, they painted the
And
deck.
backyard.
Big
That
deck,
should-
big backyard.
If the house, I think, structurally sound from outside, the windows, the soffit, the fascia, and electric, it's a solid home.
Yeah.
And people can update the kitchen later and bathrooms.
Yep.
But to make it affordable. Okay, so what would you do here?
Well, you've got ongoing, bare wood is, somebody's going to have to do that. I suppose the new buyers, you can put that on the new buyers, but what happens when you have bare wood is this. These windowsills are rotten, and now it's just, what do you want to do with that?
Mm-hmm.
Try to paint it?
I think all the windows working.
Yeah, I would try to patch and paint before I replaced.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't leave it like this.
Yeah, that's for sure.
I wouldn't leave it like that.
Yeah, you scary buyers, but the window itself is solid.
Yeah, I would just right there. Same thing with the siding, even in the front. I think you could get some that hole. You could just Bondo it and paint the thing, and
Yeah.
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But you got paint. You could just. Paint would go a long way. Paint is your favorite because it's super cheap and it makes the appearances a lot nicer. So, and you can't leave this stuff bare wood. And so those down there, you might need to do some carpentry around the windowsills there.
Yeah.
But you could probably just pull the windowsill out, put it, and then patch and paint that whole thing and make it look 10 times better.
Okay, what would you do to the house?
All right, guys.
Hold on. What the amount of your repairs? Give me a number.
20,000.
20. What is yours?
I would start with 5 just for a quick white and bright, yeah.
I have 15. What do you have? Yeah.
She's going to be higher than both of yours.
If you really want to get it looking nice, you're probably looking at 30 to 35.
Yeah. But we want to sell it quick because we're going to. Yeah. So let's discuss the selling strategy. What would you do to the house?
All right, so I know I have unfair advantage because I purchased this house and it was still profitable. However, the truth is this strategy seemed to be very scary for the end users that we're shooting for, not for an investor. There's no space for an investor. So what we need to do, make sure the house is financeable and not scary. And the first thing is obviously the apron. You come out, it's been washed out, it has to be ripped out and properly done with a sand filled and then concrete or asphalt repair. That's number one because people do not know how much it is. It's a $3,000-$4,000 job all in, but it may be scary for a retail buyer. Plus, getting financing on it may be a challenge. Appraisal will call it a C5. Then obviously the second big thing is the siding.
Jason and I, we estimated it at $2,000, $1,800.
Siding?
Not the siding, but apron.
Well, you did one at your home or $3,500.
I think we paid $1,800.
Well, it just depends on, once you dig in there, but yeah.
You have to fill the whole cavity so that the slab doesn't collapse.
Yeah.
So the next thing is the previous owners did already start doing this. This is a good example. Take a hardy board or something like that to patch any rotten areas around the windows on the bottom. You have to fix it. And then obviously when it looks like this, you have to paint, as well as softification and window trim. So it's gonna be complete paint job, will last a few years. The buyer's gonna be happy, they're gonna be done. So exterior needs to be done as well, because now we're killing it. The second biggest item is the windows. Some windows in the bottom level are actually shot. They're like the bottom sections of the whole window and frame are just rotten out. It's not fixable at this point. Pull a permit to replace it. And then there's no brain.
Replace what, window?
Yeah, those windows need to go. They're not functional basically. And there's gonna be moisture intrusion eventually. There was a little piece of mold in that in the bedroom downstairs that tells you that there may have been more moisture intrusion beyond it. So when you remove that window, you will see what the flashing like and you fix it. So that's gonna be financeable. So replacement, few windows, front apron, repair and paint siding. After that you walk in, The interior is actually very, very nice for the age and everything. And one thing is that this 3-season porch, it's a 4-season porch, right? But it's actually a 3-season currently.
Right. No.
Because there's no heat, so we need to ask electrician if there is enough spot on the electric panel. Throw a big enough baseboard here.
Okay.
I know that the previous people were just opening the patio door and heating it that way.
Is it insulated?
It is insulated. Windows are nice.
Yeah.
The nicest part of the house, but there's no heat source. So here in Minnesota, we can count it as a finished square feet.
Gotcha.
This is why it's 1,600 on where it could be after, I don't know, 2,000 for sure, probably, right? So add the heat source here, and then small items like updated lights, that we're buying online right now, even cheaper than the major retail stores. There's a lot of wallpaper. It's in actually good shape, but I still think that needs to be refreshed. Not the trim, not the ceilings, just the wallpaper of the walls and paint. That's gonna be lots of prep for the painter. It's not a usual paint job. Remove the wallpaper and paint it.
Yep.
So now it's gonna be in this whatever beige, grayish. We'll use alabaster right now. Used to be a grable gray that everybody liked.
Yeah.
So that's what we do. So we fix the apron, fix the siding and paint interior, change lights, fixtures, maybe some door handles that are bad, the toilet seats, some basic roof hardware, and obviously need to probably get a little bit bigger fridge that fits that kitchen perfectly. It's a 33 by 67, we already measured, and then the new stove. And then it's gonna be a nice house that is well preserved from the previous era, but then it's gonna be also fully functional, financeable, and then I think we're gonna be able to get like 420.
Okay, so you're at 350 right now. You're gonna bump it 70 grand.
354 right now, so we are still profitable for as is.
Okay, gotcha.
The question is that it has to be somebody who is very comfortable with these repairs, either related to construction or very handy person.
Okay,
Knows and not afraid of these big ticket items.
gotcha.
But they're not really that big. They're like $5,000 a piece. But then it's gonna be nice and ready for the new owners.
Gotcha.
So, and again, because the amount of wallpaper, windows, the front apron, and the siding paint job, and some replacement on siding and trim, I'm kind of estimating budget, labor, materials about 20.
So 20 to get 70, basically.
It's gonna become financeable. It's okay. Right now, it's very scary. It has to be, and the appraisal needs to pass. And I think that appraiser might call this bad window and call it apron. And then if you get the price from the buyer, you might not be able to capitalize on it. So I think it has to be just moving ready. It's going to be a little dated. The kitchen, 25, 34 years old, but it's very clean, very nice, smells good. Small other items like the furnace has a little bit of water, which means the condensation pump is clogged. And that's where we get the feedback from realtors. There is water in the basement by the furnace. I'm like,
Yeah.
it's not from the foundation because the
No.
sump basket.
Yeah, I mean, no, it's...
So those small items, it has to be ready for the buyer to move in. That's why I'm thinking a good 20 is and then maybe a little landscape and just beautify it. That's my answer.
Okay, mine was 15 because I didn't pay attention to the 4-season porch.
Yeah.
There is no heat, and Alex made a good point. But now we need to also see the comparables, because if the house will be solid and Alex wants to move, but I would not remove the wallpaper. What I would do a deep cleaning, and Chantal did a really nice point that the toilet, bathroom is still very, very dirty. It would cost us, let's say, $400. We could have a person and really have a deep cleaning, and that should be a standard. That's the highest ROI. But now also, because I like the house, I like this backyard, I like the deck, I like this, I'm wondering, what if we do, what if we do kitchen? And so kitchen will be, how much, 15?
Doing kitchen without bathrooms is kind of pointless. You have to have it.
And and one bathroom, main. So that will be 20 grand total, with all the permits and everything. So we just need to see if we have enough comparables to support, but probably will take us the same amount of time to complete that. So now what we need to do is probably go to Zillow and see the comparables in the area. And I love this area. This is a perfect area. All right. What's your number?
My number is based on trying to just dump it without having to go in deeper on it. So a completely different strategy. I do think, putting 20 or 15 to 20 grand in will get you a better number. Based on what I was seeing, the strategy here to do just a white and bright and putting somewhere between 5 and 10 into it and patching and painting it to get it financeable as an entry level, and you're competing on price. If you get in the 4 1/4 range, if you can turn 20 into 270, which is what you're talking about, if you're at 355 now and you're going for 4 1/4, that
No, with the optimized negative for 20, the full is going to be more like 420.
yeah, but you're saying 20 grand. If you put 20 into it, you'll list it at 425.
It is going to be probably 400, 390.
Okay, yeah.
So let me
Yeah, and I think I would agree with that too, because I mean, our house that was similar to this, different neighborhood, of course, very, very similar. We got 395 for it, and it was in better shape than this, but it wasn't the full boat. So it was under that 400 psychological threshold. If you can stay below that 400 psychological threshold, then you're basically, so that's what, 40 grand more than what you have into it right now.
What we decided on? How much would you list it for?
Well, he's saying 399 by putting 15 to 20 into it.
Yeah. I think for 399 you have to put a new kitchen in.
That's what the market's saying.
Because there is a house sold, but hold on one second. Mr. Walton, you don't know our numbers, so what will be your number? And what would you do? First, scope of work to sell it, and what is your process?
Scope of work, first of all, I'm big on curb appeal. I mean, you need to make it look like all the other houses in the neighborhood. The weeds got to go, the trees got to be trimmed. I mean, volunteers got to be done. I mean, you have to make somebody want to stop by this house and walk into the house. That being said, the first thing you see is the apron in front of the garage. You got to rip that out, replace that. Got to stop.
Bingo.
You gotta do that. The exterior, this is masonite siding, and a lot of times, just like they did on the board down here in the bottom, you can replace a lot of strips of masonite. You need to go around and fix the holes so it's not as evident. Paint match is gonna be tough, I get that, but gotta get as close as you can, kind of like they did here. I mean, that's not bad, but at least it looks better because the home buyers coming in today don't want a lot of work to do. They want turnkey. They want to be able to walk in and live.
We say it in Florida, toothbrush ready house.
Yeah, right.
I like it. So just the last few things. I didn't repair the fence out here in the backyard because the fence is falling down over there behind you.
Pay attention to that.
And also, yeah, just like this, I went to lean up against this railing and she started to give a little bit here. Here you go. So, we painted the deck. I mean, the question is, what are you going to focus on in terms of what are the major things? I mean, the rotten boards like right by your feet right there, those are disgusting. You can't be out here really in sandals even and safely be out here. But it's done. I think we leave it for right now. It's done. So that's kind of the outside again. Let's finish up the gutters over here. There's a missing outlet plate over here on the outside as well. Buttoning out, everything starts with the outside of a house as far as I'm concerned. I always start on the outside first. When I'm with buyers, we always walk the outside first. And that's the first thing they're looking at. If they don't like what they see on the outside, we walk.
Right.
So
a lot of times they wouldn't even get in the house on this.
Oh, yeah.
They'd see the apron and immediately,
absolutely,
we're done.
Absolutely. You see the apron and you see that's dollar signs. Bam, you're out of here.
Yeah.
And sometimes you just got to do it the right way. Also need to address the fascia up here. Again, you start on the outside. Fascia, trim work out here. You got to make the outside pop. You don't need to reside this house. I think touch-up paint, touch-up siding can fix this outside.
Check.
Yeah, we all agreed on that.
Yeah, B. All right. I've heard it. I did overhear a little bit about the wallpaper. It's actually tasteful. It's actually in good shape. It's not stained. It's way expensive to remove it all. I think you got other issues that you should address first. Now, we were talking about putting baseboard heat in here. I would rather have a ductless.
That will be too expensive.
That's true. So I get that. So I mean, so then we just go with baseboard. It's cheaper. I know it's $200, $300,
And
$500 bucks.
cheaper also is faster.
Yeah, you are just plug and play.
Yes, exactly. So, and that's good. As long as you provide a heat source, that's the major thing. One of the things that buyers and I will always take a look at too, or we listen for, and being a little bit bigger guy, I like, actually, it's an advantage to me. Squeaks in the floor just kill me.
Oh yeah.
The landing at the top of the stairs, the landing at the bottom of the stairs are two big pieces of the flooring where we replaced carpet, but those flooring people didn't do us any favors because we need to have them come back and rip it out and fix those squeaks. That floor is giving away at the bottom landing and also right in front of the bathroom upstairs. And also it's distracting. When you walk the top of the stairs, the first thing you hear is, whoa, am I going through the floor? What's happening? That's the
Right.
I didn't notice that one either. I missed this one.
My buyers do. And especially when you are looking at a house and you're going to spend, in today's marketplace, you're looking at spending $400K. You want the floors to be solid. Otherwise, you're just saying, And plus, when you get up in the middle of the night to go grab a snack in the kitchen, you don't want to know, you don't want
Yeah,
to wipe.
you don't go to during the night to do the kitchen.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. You know, but anyway, so those are, squeaks in the floor are things that kill me. I mean, there's some missing outlet plates. I'd refresh the paint in the master. I would take off the countertop in the upper bath. That countertop has to go, but the bottom vanity's okay. And I think the tub shower needs to go. I think it's too stained and the tiles are coming off the wall. I've seen that before where there ends up being mold behind that wall.
So you put a surround in there? Or?
If you could get away putting us just a surround without replacing the tub, that would be great. But those tiles are coming off, and again, the people see work. They see dollar signs because they know they're going to come off. So,
Windows.
I was getting to those. I mean, windows is a huge issue in this home. Now, I know that we've had a house similar to this in Maple Grove where we had those stained windows, and I know Max had somebody that was able to come out and sand all those down and reseal them, except for this window right here. You can actually see outside.
Check.
I would spray that basement floor, get rid of the ad hoc clothesline that's been added somewhere there. That room downstairs is interesting because that looks like professionally wired for that lighting in there. Makes me almost want to throw some carpet in it and call it square footage because you're pretty close.
Oh.
You're real close there. I think you could get by for maybe $3-4 grand and finish that off. And again, then you go from 22 to 2,500 square feet or 2,400 square feet.
That's a really great point.
Because the wiring, if you look at it, it's all tacked in and everything else to that study. And maybe just a study room or playroom or something, or even just a flat out office. But I think it could be a good added square footage for not a whole lot of money. You got to get rid of the plug-in light anyway, because inspectors won't let that pass, I think, in my opinion. And I think it could add value for buyers because then you go from a 4 to a 5 bedroom house. Or a 5, well, not 5, you can only be 5 bedrooms because you have a window.
Sure.
But you have 5 rooms though.
Plus, you can say.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think you're going to be at 2,200 square feet. I don't have a look at the market yet to see what's out here, but I'm feeling 4.25. If we do all of that work, I think 4.25 could be a good sale. The garage looked good and solid on the inside, so I mean, I'm looking at that too. But I think if you freshen up that apron, and if you make the front really pop and make it appealing to come in, I think 4.25 is not out of the realm. It might push the price in this market because we've still got some older looking houses around us, but you've got one like 2 doors down, really nicely done on the exterior siding. Even the next door neighbor here is really good vinyl siding, but across the street, you've got some older brick look. And so I think you're still going to be okay, even at 4.25, pushing the market a little bit.
So what number you come up with? 390?
395.
395.
Well, the 400 psychological barrier, to get above that, I think you need to go the extra mile. And we've seen some comps. You haven't had the benefit of looking at the comps in the mid 3s that are in good shape.
365.
Yeah. And now to get to that closer to 4 needs a kitchen. So
well, maybe.
And Devon, what if I'm just as investors, we always need to think how to sell faster and pull more dollars. ROI for ROI, I'd like to make for every dollar that they put in to have $1 out.
Sure.
Example, if we put 40 grand in, I'd love to have $40,000 for the project management. So the question is, what if we rearrange the kitchen, put new kitchen cabinets, because we're going to put new fridge and new stove, and we can rearrange the kitchen, make it more modern, and also update master bathroom. That will cost us $15,000 for the bathroom, for the kitchen, and $10,000 for the bathroom, so $25,000. So if we put $25,000 in, can we get $50,000 or $40,000 higher price?
I think rearranging the kitchen is lower on my totem pole compared with fixing the windows.
Okay, but what windows we're going to fix no matter what.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just don't want to. I would put total remodel the kitchen on my lower end of that totem pole. I think the cabinetry is fine that's in there. It's a little dated, but it's not bad. It's not, the only thing that I actually saw worn wood-wise was actually the banisters need to be sanded and stained, and if you go back and touch them, you'll see what I mean. But that's a point. If you should be able to just slide your hand up a banister, just feels slick and clean. These do not. They're very worn and aged. They need to be sanded and sealed again. That was another thing on my list. I honestly think remodeling the kitchen is an expense that could be at the bottom of the list, but the bathroom I don't disagree with. I think putting money in the bathrooms. I just got done showing a couple, like 41 homes in the past month and a half. And one of the things that I noticed that she was always looking at and always stood out to us was the bathrooms. That's one of the first things she went to. And so this is the female of the twosome that are going in, and she's looking at the bathrooms, and the bathrooms popped in every one of these houses. I mean, beautiful tile surrounds, good hardware, good sinks, and good flooring. I mean, they pop. They actually sometimes outshone the rest of the house, and that's what I had seen. And we were in the South Metro, and that's kind of what I think the theme is going down there. Make the bathrooms pop. The kitchens were average, like this. We're average.
You know what? That's an interesting perspective. I never thought this way, but from the ROI perspective, it cost us $10,000 and probably can do it within a week.
Yes.
To update bathroom.
Yes.
So rather than put 25 in the kitchen, and the kitchen is fully functional, so it's fine.
Yeah, this one's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, but bathroom can sell. It's a small upgrade. It will not put us in a higher price bracket. So for $10,000, we probably can collect at least 15 in premium,
Right.
and then sell for $25.
Yep. And just little things like the lower level toilet seat. It's just 2 persons.
Yeah, that's for sure. That should be part of our checklist.
There's a gold. I think the upper level bath has a gold lighting bar. Gold is out. You got to get rid of gold.
Yeah.
You got to get rid of gold. The lighting downstairs needed to go. Again, those are just some little things that gotta be looked at and followed up on.
Okay.
So that's I think that's almost my list of stuff. But yeah, there's some big stuff here, but I think this is the type of property that I think we as Homestead Road should be making a statement with.
Yeah.
This is why people should want us to come to the neighborhoods, because of the rehab we can do. And again, we have to buy it right, but we want to have, I believe we have the buying power to get the services done right, to get the materials done right, because we're always looking at how we can, just like the baseboard heat, we could add the footage by putting baseboard in, because it's a cheaper heat source and a faster heat source than anything else.
Yeah.
Now, if somebody wants to upgrade it and they want to put air conditioning out here and they want to put a ductless out here, go ahead. You can, but at least we've given you heat so we can count the square footage and you can get it on your appraisal.
So this property is a little bit challenging, because when you have an old home, you know that you have to replace everything.
Yes.
And here, okay, so a couple challenges. We have a limited budget because we have to be in a price range to be able to sell it, and to decide on what is the best or the biggest ticket items that we need to invest in to get the highest ROI and sell it. So we had 4 people. We pretty much come to the conclusion and consensus that we need to update for sure windows. Thank you for posting out this one. The fence needs to be replaced. We will take a look at the comparables. maybe it will make sense to update the bathroom, to your point.
Yeah.
And the space down below, I want to go back
Yeah. Well,
and see, like, what if we finish that and put a higher square footage? That's a really good point.
Yeah.
And deep cleaning, for sure. I think like $500 we need to invest, and we really need to demand like if it's toilet, it has to be cleaned up. Well, we gotta go and see the next property, but Devon, thank you so much. We appreciate the knowledge. You got really good points, and we're going to the next house. Put the comments down below. What would you do to this house? Maybe you would do nothing. I don't know. And we're going to record a second video when the product is done and how much we were able to sell it for. We have one challenge. We're going to in a slow market. So we need to do the job really, really fast and still be able to sell it, because November, December prices will go down probably by 5% in Minnesota. Right?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you for watching the video. See you next.